Hi Entropians, it's your favorite Entropian Amazon Mikaile reporting from Rocktropia again. Why? Because I love it here. And because you need to know the things I'm sharing with you. Mostly because I didn't know these things when I first came here, and it can be quite painful to try and adjust to this planet. So, what I'm doing today is to take you to the prison, the No Way Out prison, which for a new player is literally no way out. You need to have a teleportation chip in order to get out of the prison once you're in it. And you also need a teleportation chip or a boat or some other form of transportation such as a hovercraft or air travel to the prison, because the teleporter on the prison is usually, well, it has been usually nerfed since I started going to the prison like a year and a half ago. It worked for a short period of time and then it stopped working, and I don't know why. Okay, so what I wanted to cover, but this armor lasts a super long time, the durability is great. I am wearing this with 5B plates, which I'm going to take off so you can see the stats for this armor. So the disco harness, it's got, like I said, it's almost like, I think there's 1 point difference between this and Jag, and I almost want to say it's on the acid, but I don't remember. And I don't own any Jaguar, so I don't care. I remember when I was a new player. This is where the music cues in, you know, back memories and stuff. And I wanted Jaguar so bad. And at the time it was so expensive, and now it's really not that expensive anymore. But then I came to Rocktropia. And not only does this stuff look fantastic on your avatar, because it glows in the dark, but the protection is fantastic. So, take a look at that. I've spent enough time on it. I'm going to slap the plate back on. Not the 6A. That's for something else. Get to know your armor. That is one thing I've kind of struggled with over the years. I am getting better at it though. So we've got the disco armor equipped. You can go out to the prison. I've had great success at the prison wearing Gremlin with 5Bs. And so that gives you a snapshot of what the Gremlin protection is with 5B plates on it. You can go either way. I wouldn't really recommend. I used to use my adjusted Pixie with 5Bs, and I fapped a lot, but I could still do it. But honestly, once you get to a certain level, you need to wear Gremlin or your disco, and you'd be fine out there. The weapon that I'm using, similar to what I was using for the demon hackers in Hell and the worm Kongs, is my ISIS Project 04. And I will also have, oh, he's half broke. So I'm going to do an average of 50 damage. And I have my beast and my bullseye too, and my scope and my sight. I like having those on there. I don't know why. I don't even know if it really helps me, to be honest with you, but it's just fun. Because I feel like I'm an ass kicker. I'm a badass. That's what I feel like. So, okay, let's go to the prison, shall we? And what I do is I teleport as close as I can to the prison, and then I use my TP chip to jump in. So find your prison. Here is your No Way Out prison. Please note that this is PvP, but it is non-lootable PvP, because a lot of the prison missions themselves in that chain, they require you to kill other players in PvP. So a lot of times you'll see people helping other people out by killing them 5 times in a row or whatever. Oh yeah, and before we go, the missions that I wanted to tell you about is you want to have the police academy mission started, and you need to do, before you can even go to the prison and unlock the prison mission chain, you have to do Antonio's bootleg busk, where you try to break into the safe and the cops basically arrest you and throw you into prison. That's what you need to do to get into the prison, because otherwise you're just going to wander around there and get really frustrated like I used to do. But the police academy, I think you can still get a, not CND Lagoon, but City of Dreams teleporter, but out at the street. I think there's a cop standing there, and I think that's where you start that mission. You can get information on the missions with Entropedia. There is, I mean, it's not perfect and it's not always updated, but you can sort on Rocktropia missions and then go you can even, you know, try to pull the names or whatever. But so then if you go down to the Police Academy missions, you know, and the nice thing about Rocktropia missions is they usually have good rewards. Once you finish the Police Academy 3, you get the radio and the badge. I always keep them on me. I keep those on me and the mobile mic phone. And you never know when these things are going to work again, these missions that don't work, and sometimes they used to work or whatever. Hopefully if Never Die watches this, he's going to get his intern on that to make sure all the missions work. So yeah, so get the Police Academy mission at least started. And Antonio's bootleg busk, you need to get that started so that you get incarcerated. Then you can go out to the prison and you're able to teleport out of the prison using a TP chip. Go out there and you don't have the police mission started and you try to leave the prison, you just die. And you respawn in the prison, and that's why they call it No Way Out prison, because there is no way out started on both sides of the law. So dark side, light side, may the force be with you stuff, Yoda, yay. Okay, so I'm a Star Wars fan and I'm also a Star Trek fan, so I don't get into fights like other people do. Just saying. Okay, so anyway, let's head up to the prison, and what I do is I go to what I perceive to be the closest teleporter, the MF stream, and then I use my level 2 to the prison. Currently, the mission that I'm on, I'm doing the actual prison missions. I've unlocked them, and I need to kill 500 D-Block Mafia members, which is a lot harder than it sounds, because there aren't that many of them and they're tough. Just saying. And if we get there, it'll be a bonus. Okay, so my teleporter 2 chip brings me right into the prison, and I know from experience that the yard is right about there, so that's where I'm gonna go. I remember being terrified when I used to come here. I don't know why. And plus, you know, like the water is shark infested once you get out a little bit from shore, and I can't even go in the water in game. I saw Jaws when I was like 7 years old and I never recovered. Ever. I have a mission where I need to swim out into the water and kill virtual sharks, and I can't do it. I can't. I've gone out there twice and I like freak out. I managed to kill one shark. The other sharks attack me. I die. I can't do it. They scare me way too much. So I'm your Amazon that is also, I'm a badass Amazon that's a wimp. Yep. And I wanted to show you a secret. Am I by the secret? No, I'm not. I think it's over here. Let's look around a little. Because we're not in the yard. I missed the yard by the span of a wall. And there is a rock on the ground that I don't know if they meant it to be obvious or an Easter egg, or I don't know what the hell they meant it to be, but it's fun because this is a PvP island. Oh yeah, we got to go around the corner yet. So there's a couple of televators that are kind of secret and fun for sniping. There was one day that there was this guy who needed to kill people for a mission, and he was being so rude, he wasn't even asking, and he killed me without even asking. I was just minding my own business, like hunting some other people, or like hunting the inmates, the mobs, and he just slayed me. Like, he was using some big ass gun, 2 hits, I was dead. It pissed me off. So I came out here to this suspicious looking bump in the pavement, and I teleported myself up, which takes you above the yard. And then I pulled out my sniper gun and I started pounding him. And he didn't know where I was. It was awesome. So here I am, and up above the yard. So I stood up here and with my gun, and I was shooting him as he was running around. He didn't know where I was. And right here is the televator again. If you go up one more level, you actually have a way better vantage point. And like I said, it's non-lootable, so it's just like, gets annoying to kill people and waste your ammo for no reason. But look at that view of the yard. Oh yes. And the prison COs are technically they're the corrections officers, the guards. But then there are also sissies, Zomhattan boys if you're looking for that mission. Ooh, level 37 prison sort officer. That's new since I've been here last. But most of the other yard inmates are relatively low mobs for Rocktropia. That being said, they're like equivalent to like a level 15 on Calypso, so be prepared for that. And they also aggro very easily, so that's something you want to be prepared for. Now, let's see. Let's look at the view. Yeah, sure. You can run around the prison to a point, but if you don't have certain missions accomplished, if you go too far away from the actual building, again, you'll die because they perceive that as you trying to escape, and then you respawn inside. So I might as well just give you the tour while we're here. Now, where's my televator back down? It was right here. It's gone. There used to be a little something there. Oh well. We'll get to see my Wonder Woman stuff happening. Because I'm just gonna jump. Ooh, barely made that one. Here's my televator rack. Because then I wanted to show you the other fun televator for PvP that I've found. There might be more. I don't claim to be an expert by any means on this planet. I just know what I like to do when I'm here. So up here we see there's a water tower, which is on the edge of the yard. And these poor prisoners, I mean, it's kind of run down out here. It's really not a very nice place to live. But there's also sissies and whatnot out here. And I have to find, oh, here it is. So there's also a televator here. And I'm scared of heights. Even in the game, like when I just jumped off the one level, the roof, onto the second level, my tummy, it tickled. It was like, oh God. Yeah, it's really, I have irrational fears. I'm not going to lie. So here you're up on the water tower, and it's quite a nice view actually, because off in the distance, and you can hit your map, kind of see what you're looking at, but you're looking at Zomhattan. There's the Kong Wave event is up there. So I'm looking towards what used to be the city. And yeah, you're really high up. It freaks me out. It doesn't look that high up from the ground. Oh. But anyway, so that's a fun place to hang out, I guess, if you want to PvP somebody. I'm not a fan of PvP. I don't do it. Oh look, we can go even higher. It literally just makes my stomach want to hurl. On the tippy top of the world. Tippy top. There. It's like a circus. It's like a circus tent, only it's not. It's a water tower. I don't know what in the world you'd need to be doing up this high. You can't even PvP somebody from here. Look at this. This is kind of ridiculous, don't you think? But it's never die. I mean, that's supposed to be the yard. You can't even see the prisoners down there. I don't know. Probably why nobody uses these things. They're a little over the top.